Hello, folks. Welcome to the Harrison Show. I'm Brian Harrison with Harrison Rockstar Media, iHome Entertainment, which this show is on. But before we get started, please don't forget to comment, subscribe, leave a like on this video, hit the bell notification if you're on YouTube. If you're on Rumble, please don't forget to follow us there as well. Hit the like and comment section. But let's get into today's video. What is it? I wanted to have a fun topic today. It's nice to do that stuff once in a while. What if you could own any pet in the world without any restrictions? What would be your pet? Or actually more of even if you say what would be your favorite pet to own right now too, we could do it right now. My favorite pet would be a husky. Outside of even I have two pets. I love them. I adore them. They stay with me. Animal that is especially with a dog or cat. We both have a dog and a cat, and they're both fun to kind of how they deal with each other, how their moods swing, just like anyone else. Pets' mood swings. Like one day they could be sort of nonchalant towards each other. The next day they just don't. They just kind of like have this leave me alone attitude, with each other. But with their people, they're like, no, it's kind of funny. But any pet, if I could own, yes, I would own a husky. The reason why I own a husky is because I like their intelligence. I like how smart they are. I like that they are. We have a neighbor has one, and they're that I was very friendly. They're very friendly. She's very bright though. She's almost too bright for her own good, which is awesome to see how their brain works and how they figure out stuff. And they're very curious about everything. They're very, and it's always fun to have a pet that's active and very curious, because it means they're thinking, they're doing that. My cat used to be that way, not so much anymore. I think he's kind of like mellowed out, and he's like eh. But he used to be very curious about every little thing, like where he'd look at the faucet and be like, where's the water coming from, So that would be one of my pets I'd own, a husky. The other pet I would own, I can't say the name of it, but it's a cross between a wild cat and a house cat, and the house cat took over. I forget. I know people own them a lot. I wish I knew the name of it. But they're very large cats, and they love people, and they're very tame. So, and people own them. I mean, they're big. They're big cats. So, yeah. I mean, those are the animals I would love. But I see all kinds of animals, and I see people who have foxes, some interesting animals. I'm not sure if I would ever dare to look at as a pet, but I mean, what pets would you like? Now, if there's no restrictions of pets, because I did say that, if there's no restrictions, I mean, let's say all animals are friendly, most are nice, there'd be some pretty interesting ones in the mix there. But that's not reality, but let's play with that and say, hey, what pet would you like to own that if they were all friendly and it didn't matter if we lived in this perfect world and nothing died, there's no death, no sin, nothing attacking each other. Oh, scratch my head. There we go. And so yeah, what would there's quite a few. That's a hard choice because cheetah would be nice. The other one would be I would think of birds too, because birds like parrots. I see some really nice parrots. Some of them are very talkative, very vocal. Some of them some of them are very intelligent. They would be what people would like to call the Harvard birds, but I don't know if it applies anymore. But very intelligent birds. There's some very intelligent animals, and sometimes they do, like even my pets will sometimes do things you're like looking at like, huh? And you figure, huh? How did you figure that out? Sometimes you don't figure out other stuff, but you figured that out. So sometimes their intelligence is kind of all over the place, but it happens with my pets. Except my cat's too smart for his own good, though. So I've raised him since he was a kitten. I enjoyed him. I took him in when he was basically trash. that's it's sad to say it, but that's what happened. People were saying that I rescued him from another person who rescued him, who gave him to me, but basically people just said throw him away. He's like, that's kind of sad. He's been my buddy ever since. He's been, I mean, he's since I got him. He was like, we thought we were just gonna raise him because my mom would take in some cat sometimes, and it was winter. He's getting close to winter. He's a small kitten, and so my mom said, "Sure, we'll get rid of him. You know, we'll take him. We'll give him to someone, because we already had like a couple of cats or something." But it ended up being different. Like my mom looked at me and said, "He attached himself to you. You're never going to be able to get rid of this cat." And I kind of knew it because I raised with most of these cats, even though I like dogs. Somehow, it's one of those funny things where you like dogs, but I like big dogs, and that's the opposite. Where like it's not saying those big dogs are friendly, don't like you. It's just like my woman had a Chihuahua, for instance, and we loved that dog. I technically didn't really care for Chihuahuas too much. They weren't, not all of them were yappy. Hers wasn't the yappy one. Hers was full size Chihuahua. Not, not the special miniature ones. She was full size. She was big. She was bigger. So I mean, I still could pick her up, but she wasn't one I could hold for very long because she was big enough. But she actually attached herself to me. It was like I was her world to her. So, and it was very nice to have her for the short time we had her. And then, but they have health issues and stuff like that. She was old. We don't know how old she really was, and I think she had some serious health issues. It was sad. So, but we enjoyed her, and that's the thing, but anyway, this cat attached himself to me, and I've had him forever since. I mean, he's outlived both the pets, but like cats can live for pretty decent time. I think he'll live for a pretty lot longer, and he'll do fairly well. He does very well. His health is awesome. He just decides some days he's a terror of the house, the next day he's doesn't care. It's sleep. So it kind of depends. But I just, the reason why I brought pets, it was kind of fun to talk about. And you can put in the comments, say, hey, this is the pet I would like to have. Some of you may like to have alligators. That that may not be a bad idea, to have, but that'd be kind of hilarious. There'd be some great pets out there, even ones that if you could actually own them and there was no restriction, there'd probably be some fun ones. I know I can always imagine the comments someone said they have alligator to eat their next door neighbors. Um, but but that's not that wouldn't be the point. But there's some I've seen through nature, even through some of the nature documentaries, some of the cool animals that are out there. Just some of the interesting ones that you're just like, the platypus is one of them, for instance. I don't know if I own one, but they're pretty interesting. But there are even some interesting, like the marmot. I guess they make pretty good. I guess I could see them more as a tame animal. I think they were popular for a while on YouTube, where people would give them stuff, or they'd be curious and try to take stuff from people, food and stuff like that. So anyway, it's interesting. But we do love the pets we have. Both of our pets are rescues. So like I said, mine was not rescued from shelter. It was rescued from a workplace that ended up becoming my cat, and he's attached to me. He's always with me most of the time. He's upset at times when he can't be with me. That's another thing. If I'm gone, well, lately he's gotten used to, because they get used to a routine. So if I go somewhere, go shopping, he doesn't care so much. But he would come over and make up for it, and I'd give him lovin's and stuff. But if I'm gone too long and somewhere else, and he knows I'm in the house, I have a door shut on him, then he starts panicking and starts having issues like, okay, why am I, okay, you were in there long enough by yourself. Well, what's going on? I need to be there. That's his reaction sometimes. So he's gotten tamer when I first got him. Oh boy, if I left the room and went somewhere, or just even go to the bathroom, he would flip out. I mean, it was just like he loses his mind. But now, obviously, as I had him, and we've built this, we've built connection over time, a long time, he's mellowed out quite a bit. He's not as, clinging. He still clings. He's just not as clinging. And it depends on the day. So some days he's just like, I don't care. The other days he can care a little bit. It's just like he's kind of, but for the most part, he's not from when he was younger. I mean, the first time when I moved with him, with our cat, Oh, brother, he was just. I didn't move him first. I wanted to get everything else out. Then I would take him, and I did. But as he started seeing, they know. As he started seeing things disappear and all that, most everything was gone. The bed was gone because he sit on the bed. Bed was gone. He's like, "Well, where's the bed?" Like because he knows it's there. He know it should be there. It's not there. Because he sleeps with me. So it just like so he panics like, and he started making weird, awful noises because he was just distressed. And like, what's going on? He did not. And the final day, I finally moved everything out to my new place. He did not rest until I had him. He actually was willing to go in that carry. When I put him in, I didn't have a fight to put him in. He just almost walked in on his own because he's like, oh, as long as I'm with you, we're going. And poor kitty, he passed out. I mean, on the way when I was driving him there, he just was tired himself out. I swear he slept for like a day or two. I mean, he was so happy. He explored a new place, took his time, and then and then he just passed out, on the bed and just didn't, he was just worn out. So I felt so bad for him. But since then, since I've moved with him and stuff like that, he's been very, he's contented. He's not as, you build a good rapport or relationship over time. Hopefully things mellow out. He does mellow out, but he's still like at night. He's always with me. He wants to be right next to me. So that's just how he is, most of the time. Until he's a terror, then that's like, okay, go away. You don't need to run all over me, So go away, So sometimes I have to, but but it's funny. But he still comes back, and when he calms down, he lets me hold him. That's what he wants, and he's happier. So, our dog that we do have right now, he's a mix between um, oh, a bug, I'm not gonna say bugle, but um, oh, I can't think of it now. But anyway, he's a pretty healthy dog. So we're glad he's young. But again, he's a rescue. He had trauma happen to him that is sad. He was abused and stuff like that. But he attached himself to us. He wouldn't attach himself to anyone apparently, but we're the only ones he liked, and they were glad he had a home, forever home. So he's been with us ever since. He loves his toys, he loves stuff, but he's the only one that panics when we leave. So if we leave even to go grocery shopping, he's like, "What's going on? What are you guys doing?" He still does that, and I mean, even though we've had him for quite a while now, several years now, I think it's still hard for him. And I think he has abandonment issues. He has but but other than that, he's very sweet. He's very loving to us. He's very happy, likes to play, things like that. So, as if we leave, he's kind of like, oh, okay, my world's falling apart, And he sometimes he'll say it. Sometimes it's just his looks will. Sometimes the way he acts, like he'll give the sad eyes, like, "Oh, please stay here." Or like, we want to, but where do you get your food? So, but then when we get back, he's very happy, very excited. But you could tell in his voice, he was very upset first, but he's also happy, wagging his tail. And the cat's like, oh, they're home. As long as I get fed, I don't care. The cat's more nonchalant about it than cat sometimes will eventually come over and say, hey, I want lovin's too. But sometimes he'll look at us like, about time. It's about time for food. Where the dog's like, oh, I'm lost without you. So it's fun. It's fun to have pets. So if you have pets, you love the pets you have, the discussion, or you love what pets you would like to own, exotic or otherwise, um, leave them in the comments if you want to. It's fun. It's just fun to have fun discussions sometimes. And this program probably will be called, "What Pets Would You Like to Have?" or something like that. I'll have to put a name in there. But anyway, yeah, what pets? What exotic or real, like even just actual pets. If there was no restrictions, like I said, then there'd be some interesting ones. A cheetah comes to mind for me. A wolf comes to mind. Maybe even a bear. That would be cool. But but I wouldn't own these things normally. This would be like we live in a perfect world, maybe heaven, or we lived in a perfect world, like I would say heaven, where animals are even big, small, whatever size are just fine. They won't do anything. They won't harm you. Then yes, I would love to own like a wolf or cheetah or, I mean, even a dolphin. A dolphin would be a great pet. Dolphins, I love seeing dolphins and what they you know what they can do, and they're very intelligent animals too. Orca, things like that. So there's even some fish right there, right? Finding Nemo, yeah, that'd be cool too. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. Maybe get involved, leave comments down below. Even some fantasy. Maybe next time we'll talk about fantasy. But right now, let's keep it to actual animals we have here on the planet. Maybe next time I may talk about some other type of animals. But anyway, yeah, just leave them in. What pets would you like to have, or even talk about what pets you do have, and if they mean the world to you to have pets, and that you can enjoy them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I don't mean it to be a huge long discussion, but I just meant it for fun. Maybe just to kind of relax, get something out there. You know, it's nice to have some serious ones where you talk about real issues, but it's also nice, which this show is. It's kind of a variety show where also I could talk about some, lighthearted stuff and things like that, and enjoy it, have fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it today. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll say thank you so much for watching my video. God bless you. Till next time, next video. Bye for now.